G'day and welcome to the first look at the Red Bull Faster campaign. We have 3 maps here, and as you can tell by it being sponsored by Red Bull, I expect some stunts, some jumps, tricks, you name it, in the essence of Red Bull Gaming, or even Red Bull Sports. So let's see what we have to start off here. Oh, we have a straight into reactor. We have some speedy ice sliding. We have some uphill jumping. Easy clamp. Alright, left or right? I'm going right. Right was not right. Unlucky. So yeah, this is a big competition, or I'm expecting it to be quite big. That is sponsored by Red Bull, which honestly kind of surprises me that it's been 4 years and we've only got such a company only now getting into the game. But everything... Alright, round 2, because for some reason my computer just full died, so... Where were we? We were at this jump coming up. We had just about launched, and let's continue, shall we? So, yeah, cool initiative from Red Bull, and I hope that other sponsors and companies see the chances here of this brilliant game. Just like brilliant driving on this first attempt here around the half pipe. Let's go a bit closer, up and around, and back down to a quick bobsleigh now. Over the rock and up to our... Ooh, we have a above reactor. Fantastic. Let's slow it down a little bit for our launch now with a double backy, but because I slowed down, I don't have the speed. Bang. That is a little bit better. And that's a beautiful launch to our split half pipe now. This side has a bit of a slowdown, flick to the side. We'll check the left next time we go through, as we have a bit of a plastic bounce to finish off the map. I was really hoping to end the map with a nice eat there, like a ski field launch, but kind of just abruptly ends. I'd probably say so far that's the only thing I dislike with this map. As long as the reactor controls are pretty doable. But a very cool map to start off here. Let's go for a few better runs. Gotta get at least one clean run. So, gotta go super tight on this one. Release, and around we go. Still hella slow, but we'll get it eventually. Looking for those red lines. Tap the brake. And away we go. I feel like this one, you're probably going to have to release just ever so slightly to land smoothly. Alright, let's check the risky route now. Beautiful Tony Hawk style grind here. Which is a little bit difficult to set up. Take some practicing. So they seem like pretty approachable maps, but like when you want to push it, it will really skill test you. And with this, the qualification is top 100. I presume averages on the 3 maps get counted together. And then the top 100 go through to some qualification stages. I am unsure personally if I will. I think I will try, but it depends on the time. I presume it's probably very unfriendly to Australians, so I may not bother, but I did want to check out the map and show some love. And hopefully this is only the beginning of what can be made in Trackmania competitions. I tried a bit of a left kind of flick jump there. Sometimes if you flick it a bit, you get like a lower launch, but don't have too much space here, so let's go for a simple launch. Still on a bit of struggle street for this pipe here. Beautiful. That felt like a little bit off still, but we'll see. Yeah, a bit disappointing about the end. It's just a bit of a nothing PF after a cool Tony Hawk grind. Too bad. Up and up. Definitely air brake. That's a better line. Small release. Get into the part where it's angled so you can continue your speed. Start on the left here. Bit better this time. Into that with a good line. You beauty. That was super wide. Okay, now you definitely have to brake. And into the grind we go. That is a bit better. So a 50, just over the minute line, so you can still do a second faster. Gonna be some insane competition here. Alright, I can't seem to get a clean run, especially because I'm stuck at the start here, so let's check out this world record. Oop, oop. Easy low jumps, around we go. To a low to wide angle, because as I said, that's curved, so it's, you gain more speed out of it. Here you go a lot more outside and then in, which feels a bit awkward, but that's alright. And then these parts pretty easy. Even this like wall ride just seems to be, you have to go slightly higher. Interesting mapping designing, in my opinion. Not particularly in the best way. But we'll see, we'll see. It's only day one. Alright, a few releases, big drift, and this will be an early release. Yep, I expected that. So you get the smoother landing, and then a clean line into the ski jump. Alright. I mean, I really like the map, but this start is horrendous. If this bench wasn't here, I think it'd be fine, but I'm literally spending 85% of my time at the start corner. I don't know if that's just me. Let's presume it is. But yeah, I like all this. This is good. This feels a little bit weird that you have to go outside to in, but I mean, it works well. You got some bobsleigh. Nothing too much to say about that. This turn's a bit tough. You gotta get the right timing. This flip's pretty cool. You overjump quite a lot, but hopefully with some practice, the release timing makes it pretty fun. And then cool end, again, quite tough. So, not the easiest of maps, but, I mean, it's a competition to get top 100 times. You're not gonna expect the easiest of maps. Here we go into our second map, which was actually cup of the day, but as I said earlier, with Australian timings, I don't get to play that. So we're here to discover it for the first time. Seems pretty simple so far. Some technical dirt and grass. This really reminds me of like a rallycross stage or a motocross stage. Not really the crashing part that I'm doing right now, but Where we go again. Down the hill. Gonna be a bit on the wrong angle here, but let's just continue. Bit of a miss jump. Okay, there's a bit of a awkward surface landing here. Like, it's not smooth, so you have to hard steer. And then off the jump a bit earlier. Got a point. Ooh, nearly. Let's just continue. And then we have a... Ooh, okay, wicked. Pretty gnarly. Up we go. And then to the left again. Alright. Maybe a quick jump over. And a jump to presumably the finish line. I forgot that this is wood surface and you can't backslide on it. There we go, 11,000 people in just over 12 hours. Not too bad. Game still somewhat active. Could be better, could be definitely worse. Alright, let's go for the outside line here. Outside in. So hit, I presume this is road dirt, so you get a bit of grip and speed. Seems like we're over jumping a little bit on that, so I'm not sure how much earlier you can jump. Alright. Up a little bit higher. Ooh, that's a lot better. Into the wicked flip. Yeet. That is silky smooth. And over the jump. And over, so a lot easier of a map, a lot less technical. So maybe we will have one or two harder maps, and then this is like a lot more of a bit more approachable map, but that essentially means the rounds are going to be super close on them, which will be very entertaining, which definitely isn't a negative. Maybe I'm just used to this kind of environment as well, I don't know. I find it slightly more boring, but as I said, I think sometimes the simplistic maps are very competitive, which is good. Alright, down we go, better angle. Actually, get no airtime here. Can we jump a bit lower on this, maybe? Yes, and then what about this one? Yeah, I'm not sure about the second launch. The first one, definitely. Do something fancy here. Ooh, that's a lot lower of a jump. I'm not sure if that's because of my speed, but I was trying a bit of a... Okay. Hopefully this isn't a bit random and there is like the tactic that everyone will choose. I'm really hoping that there's like pretty much no luck involved. I guess in Red Bull skills and stuff, there is always some luck involved, but you know what I mean. The more skill involved, the closer the rounds will be. Let's try a lower line here. Seems to be a bit faster. Didn't quite hit the outside line, but let's keep going. Okay, that time I tried the outside line, but it didn't really give me it. Ooh, wonky landing, that's unfortunate. So I did swap to keyboard because my controller's bugging out. The good thing is I can drink while driving. Only while gaming, guys. I do not condone that in real life. Low jump? Oh, no way. What was that landing? It felt like I had no grip here. There is a little bit of a downwards momentum. But I don't think it's no. Kind of slightly looks tilted on the sides, which is not good if you want to go for like an outside to in approach. Which is probably necessary if you go for the lower jump. Alright, I lost the gear there, so that's slower, but we'll continue again. Hit the penalty, you definitely don't want that. For the grass, get the low jump. No, that was so outside. So we've lost all that momentum. That would be a reasonable. Alright, went silky smooth to keep the gear. Definitely still a bit slow, but got some nice speed this time. I like that part. You can really like land, like it kind of flips you to the right side. Landing a lot more on the right to get all of that asphalt. Still missing this a little bit, but I had too much air time, but I just wanted to make sure I got it this time. Let's go for a low jump. Didn't really get it. Away we go. Up and over. Fall off a little bit, but not too bad of a run. As much as we're still 3 seconds behind, so let's have a look at that. I mean, I would laugh if there's a cut, but I presume there isn't. But just finding all the low angles and all the outside lines possible. That's a very quick start. Kind of what I did, but I did it the other way around. Finding all the grip there to maintain the speed. It actually stays in 4th or 5th. That's pretty sick. Alright, this is a part that I'm interested in. So super low. And then again, is this going to be super low? Also smooth. Yeah, it's pretty low. And with that, you can nearly... Okay, jumps pretty similar off the penalty grass and... Ooh, no grip and no slide ending. I'm not very good at those. But yeah, a lot smoother of a map, in my opinion. Kind of reminds me of my map I made. I'm going to butcher this, but TobyDoing or something, which was another brand in which I got to map with. And a lot of people didn't like that map because they said it was too simple. But I thought it gave like some of the good competition, so... I don't know, some people might like it, some people might not. But let's move into the next map, which maybe is some RPG-ish style this time. Let's find out, shall we? So far, just a lot of platforming. Big drift. Oh, where are we going? Wait, where are we going? I guess. Okay, that sign I'm not really the biggest fan of. Seems to be a big trend of maps lately that just have very weird arrows. It does make sense, because you are going back down, but... Onwards, though. As we now find the correct way. Another flippadooski. I like the really smooth flips they've added. It's a nice touch. Kind of just is enough that it keeps the momentum going, but gives you a bit of style in the middle. No. Damn it. How do I make it to this now? Let's pretend I did that fast. I'm still not going to get it. What? Let's speed this up in the edit. Lest I keep failing. Onwards once more, and I probably presume that's a flip up to the Red Bull platform, but quite a toughie. And there we go. 2 minutes. 3,500 players. Not bad, not bad. But overall fun map so far. I mean, I don't like the start of that first map, but other than that, like, I've liked this a lot so far. And as I said, like, the smooth touches of small stunts and the essence of the Red Bull racing is definitely there. Alright, that was the worst angled jump ever, but let's continue. Bit close into the flip. To the finish line. Pretty cool. Maybe my favorite map so far. I'm a bit more into these RPG styles, but I think it's got like enough transitions and momentum that it makes it the most interesting. Ooh, we found the train now that we're faster. We do not make it though, and we go again. Train DLC incoming, shortly. Get to drive trains as our next car, if you want to call it a car. I mean, the train, like the extra train carriages are cars, aren't they? Isn't that what they're called? Right. There we go. Continue the momentum. I'm a bit concerned about this part. This part's very tight. As we miss it. Still massively overjumping this, and we only just get to see the blocks get placed for us. Missed that drift. Can we full send? Yeah, so that one's a big drift. Low jump is going to be interesting to look for. Alright, let's get a banger of a run and then watch the world record to close off. But yeah, fun discovery here, other than that first map, which I'm really not a fan of. I mean, I am and I are. Like, there's just a few things that felt off on that map compared to these ones, which feel really complete in my opinion. The flip. Oof, so you see what I mean? Like, if I go for like a double drift, you might lose the gear or speed. So you definitely want to do it all in one. It's a bit nasty. I was wondering how much of a low jump you can get here. But then the end I'm quite concerned about this ending, but maybe I just need some practice on it. Alright, one more go, surely. Nice little low angle there, considering the slower start. So let's continue. Very high once more, but let's continue. It's hard to get these with a good time in a short succession. Because they're very transitional, so we'll just take this for now. So we set up wide. Go a lot faster than that. And away to the finish line. Bop. Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite from the bunch. I'm still a little bit off on a few things about it, but we'll see. It'll come with practice. Okay, he doesn't go for a low landing. Smooth, always key. Especially as all this is no drift. Outside to in. You see Carl's behind here, so just so much you can still improve. Get the low downwards momentum there. Big drift, that's what I was struggling with, and you can see if you can risk it to the maximum, it is worth it. It goes right side, so you have a lot better of an angle. And then the smoothie to the ending. Good stuff. Alright, I like it. Yeah, very cool. I'm still a bit half-half on the first map, but the other two really fun. I think the second one is definitely... I mean, even the third one's going to have some very competitive feat about it. I'm hoping the first one will, but I guess it just will take a lot more practice, I think. But this first corner, I was just struggling so much with. I reckon I respawned about 100 times. And I'm like, this is just silly in 15 minutes. But a cool map for sure, and a great showcase. Just like the others of all the styles that Red Bull does give. And yeah, I think the big thing out of this is, like, surely, or at least we can hope that this is the start of big companies and projects that showcase Trackmania, which has been just so out of it for what this game can give us. So that's what I take out of this, and we can only hope for the future and for this competition to be quite an entertaining one. But yeah, I think I've said everything. I'll leave all the rules and stuff in the comp. In the comp, yeah, fantastic. In the description. And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed.